What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Bitcoin update video. Today we're going to be discussing the most recent price action developments in the chart here. To do so, I want to rewind back and discuss how we've been really talking about this range for quite some time here, ever since really this peak in January, up at like $40,000. What the key line in the sand for us was this trend line that I had, this little internal trend line here. We talked about its significance because if you see, let's just take a look here. We found support here back in January, found it once, found support twice. I'm gonna actually draw it out for you. Support, support. We were trying to find support here. We broke through it. Then we came back up. We back tested it as resistance. Back tested as resistance again. Broke through it. Back tested as support. Back tested as support. Tried to back test as support here. Potentially could still be. We're gonna discuss that in a moment here. This could either be our launch pad to keep bouncing from here, or let's say we did break this here, because it's looking like we will. Um, we had a pretty decent sell-off here. I want to say it was about 20%. Let's double check. Yeah, 20%. If this day, it hasn't closed yet, but if this daily candle closes below this trend line, then it's most likely that the original scenario that we were talking about out of the two is going to play out where, let's say we do come down here, maybe we have our dead cat bounce up into this region and then get rejected, and we finally have our deep dive into the crypto abyss down into our yellow box here that hasn't been seen for quite some time, since February. This is an easy way to get all the weak hands out of the market, and it's really just building a nice floorboard for the future with Bitcoin here so that we can consolidate, cool off. Market's been pumping like crazy for a very long time. It's good that we can relax over here in this kind of range to build some solid market structure before then making our next leg up into, the deep 100,000s or wherever we're targeting in this cycle here. As far as why we saw this coming or potentially as an outcome, let's backtrack a little bit here. We have the RSI here, right? Going all the way back to our first high here in January, we see the RSI made a high here at like 89. And then price continued to make higher highs here. It actually made all the way up to like 58,000. But you see the RSI here, the relative strength index, which is an oscillator for momentum, it shows decreasing buy pressure up there. So we actually had 79 print on this high. So we had bearish divergence from here to here because we had a high and a higher high. Then we also had a third higher high with a third lower high in the RSI here, all the way down to 73. And what we talked about was we wanted to see this trend line break, because if price was continue to make a higher high, which it did, it went all the way up to 65,000, we'll just call it. The RSI still didn't get a higher high. It closed at 67. And so here we are now in this descending triangle while price keeps going higher. And it looks like we're probably going to break this here. I just had this one little line here. Looks like we're going to break this. We might come down and test our oversold regions here, which would be totally healthy, totally normal. Let's talk about this correction here a little bit more in detail, right? So if Bitcoin does correct and still reaches down to this box, we're looking at anywhere between a, let's call it 30 to 36% drop. Completely normal action in Bitcoin markets for the bull trend. It's been 6 months in a row pretty much that we've been going straight up. We'll backtrack that actually right now. Let me go back to the BLX here. Let me go to the monthly time frame, switch to log. We had these boxes up last time. We'll revisit that in a second here. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months going straight up. That's almost a record for Bitcoin. It might even be a record for Bitcoin. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But it would be nothing out of the ordinary to see a red month. I mean, look at the other bull trends, right? Even in this box, right? We had a big red month here, and you can see the wick actually came all the way back down. So this month opened at 5,000 or 4,800 bucks, went all the way back down to 3, we'll call it, and then came back up just to close at, low 4s. And then that following month, boom, lift off, We'll go back to this one. We had a couple red months here, actually even 3. This was a little bit different of a cycle compared to the other ones, but we talked about the potential that this could be this kind of phase as well. Let me pull up the RSI on this monthly time frame. We had the RSI reach upwards of 90 plus 1, 2, 3 times here, and this is when the market seems to cool off before then making its final leg up to the top of the cycle, wherever that may be. We don't know yet. We're going to keep staying on top of that here, but like I said, this box, we're going to be chilling in here for a little bit until we're not. And yeah, completely normal, guys. No need to freak out. Honestly, if Bitcoin did go revisit that level, wouldn't it look completely normal if we saw a wick go all the way back down to here, like $45,000, right? And then close somewhere back up here at 50 plus? I almost bet that's what's gonna happen. You know, I'm not calling it out or anything. I don't know. I got a feel for this at this point. I've been staring at this chart since this day. You know, all the way back here in like July, August time. So I've been through it all. At this point, the bull markets are a lot easier to stay on top of because Bitcoin's typically in a bull market. So outside of this, then that's pretty much the update here with Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the altcoins. We're gonna go to Ethereum. Ethereum, I'm gonna go back to the daily for you, and we'll get off this log. Cool. So Ethereum, we talked about the ascending triangle, broke above it, back tested as support, made another leg up, but we already came back down and back tested as support again. Like you can't even make this up, guys. Look at that wick, right to it, right to the line. And here we go again. We're probably coming back in for a retest again, or we're probably just gonna hold. You know, there's some price action here. We're probably gonna hold somewhere around here, before then maybe consolidating a little bit, something like this. You know, boom, 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 and then pump higher from here. XRP, we're looking at, we called out this, 80 cents after 80 cents, obviously, to the moon. I've been talking about that since back in these days, right here. After 80 cents to the moon, went to $2. Why $2? Why $2? Okay, let's go to the monthly time frame here. Look at this. Monthly closes right here. This was the last time XRP was ever above these prices. Let me go to a weekly to make it more easy for you to see. XRP has only ever been above this 80 cents dollar region, sorry, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, you know? So here we are again, 1, 2, 3 weeks above it, and it's looking like we're going to stay above it because previous resistance usually likes to become future support, which it's already been acting as. You see this wick came back down to it. Here's our first red week, potentially. Doesn't have to be. We might still flirt with these lower levels, but with XRP, the risk is clearly to the upside. Anything down here is great buying opportunity. Pumping up to here is where we want to be, and after $2, it's really off to the races here. Like let me zoom out here. We might flirt with the all-time high for a few days, but after that, it's really nothing. Like it's like Ethereum over here. Ethereum flirted with all-time high a few days, broke above it, back tested support, and now we are already, let's see, from all-time high to the current price action. We're already up 50% more than that. It's been up upwards of 80% from there. So Ethereum is going to really carry these altcoins, just like XRP here, as well as XLM. Let's take a look at this. XLM, look at that, this trend line. We've been charting this for a while here with just these two lines in, just previous resistance, now flipped to support, and the one trend line I drew in here. This is on a weekly time frame, so it should be a pretty powerful line here. You see, we found support here, found support again, found support again, and here we are again. I don't think we lose this range, but if we do, it doesn't matter. We're just going to range and chip chop until Bitcoin finally decides where it's going to go. And then we got Cardano here. Cardano actually looking a little bit better than Stellar at the moment, or similar. We'll just call it the same. Broke above all-time high. These are weekly closes. Back tested as support already. Let me go to auto so I can zoom in a little more. And this one I drew a bull flag for, and we actually broke above it already. So look at that. We're back testing as support currently. We want to hold this $1.20 range. And then, yeah, honestly, Cardano is probably ready for its next leg up here. And a reason why all these altcoins are really getting their love is because if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance here, this one has been really important for us because we said that this high 60 regions, once we got rejected from here, as soon as we test 57, the altcoins would start to pump. And we were definitely right with that call. On top of then, if we lose this 50-cent range here, or sorry, 57% level here, then boom, we want to come back down and test our 50%-ish range right here. And look, we tapped it 2 times now and we're hanging out here. So if we lose this level, I don't really know where it's going to head from these lower regions. It's kind of choppy. I mean, if I had to pick another line here, I'm just going to go ahead and call it out live with you guys here. I'm going to go ahead and say, like, I don't know, let me go to a weekly. No, let's go to a monthly. Let's go monthly. Let's see. A little easier to chip chop. A little easier to decipher, like, price action and stuff. I would say there's probably a decent amount of closes right here around, like, 42, 43. So after that, I'm going to go right here. I like that. I like that. 44, 43, something like that. This region, if we lose 51%, this will be the huge pump you see with altcoins, like that final blow off kind of top. Maybe Bitcoin even tops out around this kind of region before then picking up market dominance when we head into our bear market again. We're a little ahead of ourselves here, but I just wanted to throw another line in the sand there because we really, once we lost 64, we lost 57 and we lost 50, or we're at 50% right now. This happened pretty quick, so this is just something else we can pay attention to and keep on our radar. Outside of all that though, I mean, that's pretty much what we're looking at. We've been discussing this range here for quite some time. Our upside targets are still intact. We still broke out of our bull flag. We still have our measured move of 75,000. And something that's kind of interesting, let's see if this happens at all. It's always cool how charts play out. You know, our top resistance line here from the bull flag, if we extend this out, you know, if we really did lose this line, then it's going to be interesting to see how we flirt with this on the way back down. Maybe there's some confluence, you know, with this line and this box somewhere in this region where we wick down to and lift off. It's kind of reminding me, let me go back to the BLX. It's kind of reminding me about, or I don't really have to. Let me go back to this because I don't want to clean that up for you. Let me zoom out, zoom out. I'm going to go over here. It's kind of reminding me about like a phase in the market like this where we had a couple corrections and then one more deep dip, you know, or a couple corrections, big deep dip before then the liftoffs, you know. So Bitcoin's very choppy. You just got to get used to it, honestly. It's really easy to stay on top of here. If you guys want to remove your emotional opinion and just kind of stay cool, calm, and collected like we are here, just go ahead and follow the channel here. Hit that subscribe button. We've been dominating this market. Ever since I've been making these YouTube videos, I've been pretty spot on with my calls. I'm not like a wizard or anything. It's just these charts speak to me. And once you learn how to, you know, find what's significant and what's not significant in the charts, you're going to find a lot more success for yourself. I appreciate you guys as always for watching. Comment down below what you like about my analysis. And let me know when's the first time you guys got into crypto and why. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out.